guys. I'm not starting off real good here, am I? Hi guys. So I have wanted to have a YouTube channel for the longest time, and I have finally decided that it's in the middle of the COVID crap. I'm bored. Need a hobby, and I'm gonna do this. So I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't know if anybody at all will watch it. I kind of just want it honestly for myself. You know, I don't really even need anybody to watch it. I like to be able to reflect back on my life and, you know, what I did and when, and you know, actually remember things about it. So I find that, you know, the days all run together and you don't remember one day from the next. I couldn't tell you what I ate yesterday, never mind you know, what the really significant things of the day were. So, you know, if nothing else, like a video diary mixed in with some maybe reviews of products or whatever. I don't know, but I have planned it out on paper a million times. I've, you know, ran through it in my head, you know, what my ideas were, and talked to my friends about it, and everybody encourages me to do it. I just don't have the guts to do it, but now I'm just gonna do it. So I figured I would start out with a vlog style video, and just, I don't really have anything specific to talk about, so I'm just gonna tell you about my day. So today is November 25th, 2020. And today's actually would be my dad's birthday. I think he would be 71 or 72. See, he was born in 49, so 71. I don't know. My math is horrible. I'm not starting off real good here, am I? So anyway, I don't have anything really super significant planned today, except for I'm gonna go get groceries from Walmart. So that's super exciting. So I'm gonna go do that. So I am the mother of 4 boys, ages 7 to 18. We got 7, 13, 15, and 18. And they are the most wonderful boys, but they're boys, and they don't really want a whole lot to do with mom, as far as, I mean, you know, we have a great relationship. We talk all the time. Sometimes they'll come in the kitchen and just talk to me, and I love those times. But they're boys. You know, they don't want to go shopping with me. They don't want me to do their hair. You know, there's not a lot at this age that they really need me for. So I need some hobbies. My mom was talking to me, and she told me, you know, Kim, you're going to have a lot of problems when those boys finally leave the nest, because you don't have any hobbies, and your entire world is wrapped up in taking care of them and, you know, doing for other people. And, you know, then I'm a nurse, so I take care of other people at work, and, you know, I need something that's just for me. I have noticed recently, over the last few years, that I really enjoy YouTube. I'm on it all the time, like literally like all day, every day. I got this little earpiece in, and I'm doing my YouTube. Hey, it doesn't matter what your hobby is. If you like it, do it. You know? So I'm doing it. Anyway, I've been watching this girl recently, and this lady, she has 5 children, okay? And she started doing YouTube. She lived in the projects. She was on food stamps. She, you know, was really struggling. And now, I mean, it's like a year later, and this lady has turned her hobby of YouTube into a job where it supports her family. And I have watched her as she has gotten off of food stamps, gotten out of housing, you know, Section 8, whatever. Her kids are growing and flourishing. She's a great mom. I mean, just a really patient and kind mom, which, you know, is my definition of a great mom. It's just like remarkable, just crazy what people can do with a little creativity, resourcefulness, and just, you know, just putting themselves out there. And why shouldn't we put ourselves out there? I mean, we're here. We're only here for a limited time, you know? Like, I mean, we don't know how long we have. We could be here for 100 years, or we could be here for a lot less. And, like, I don't want to look back on my life and think, like, oh, I really wanted to do that, but I was too scared, you know? I was too shy, or not that I'm a shy person, don't get me wrong, but, you know, we're all kind of, like, self-conscious about stuff, and I've come to realize that that's not anything exclusive to me. Thank goodness. You know, put yourself out there. Like, I don't care who you are or what you have to say. Somebody can benefit from it. Somebody needs you in this world. They need to hear what you have to say. Somebody thinks that you are valuable. You know, it's like really touching to me, honestly, when I think about just how important that these people are, how important the things that they've said have been to me. And these people that I'm watching, they have no idea. They have no clue. Like, sometimes I write them a little comment and just tell them how they've kind of touched my life, because, I mean, they have no clue what they're doing. They might think, oh, they're just shooting a video where they're rattling on about this, rattling on about that. It's boring. They really didn't do anything that day. All they did was go to the grocery store. But to me, like, I went to the grocery store with my friend. I don't care if that's lame. I really don't. I'm at the age where I really don't give a shit. I really don't care. If I like it and you think it's lame, then you're not my people. You know? So I said all that to say, this lady is now, after she's kind of mastered the whole, you know, editing thing and thumbnails and all the stuff that, you know, you need to know to do YouTube, which I know none of. And, you know, all that. So she offers this course, and I was going to take it. It's $55, which, I mean, is not a lot of money. It's definitely doable. But then I got to thinking, I mean, I might still take her course, but I just got to thinking, I'm like, you know, Kim, all you have to do is get started. And that's what she says too. Like, she's like, all you have to do is start. No matter what part of life you're in, there's somebody that could benefit from your knowledge, there's somebody who could hear your experiences and learn from them. You know, unfortunately, most of the time in life, I have learned from my own experiences, because I was so stubborn that I didn't listen when my mother and, you know, father and other people would tell me, oh, don't do that, something might happen or whatever. And of course, I didn't learn from that. I had to do it myself, because I was very stubborn. Eek. Yeah, my parking. Ugh, I need some work. So yeah, so I had to learn things on my own, and actually joined the Air Force at a young age. Not super young, but like 19. And I learned a lot there. I mean, I learned more discipline. learned how to study. I learned how to rein in my little ADHD traits and enable me to use short little bursts of time to do things, you know, like study. You know, what we would do, everywhere we would go, we would have our little books and that we had to learn for, you know, just all the Air Force facts and stuff for our little tests we had to take at the end of basic training. And so everywhere we would go, we would take those. And in the Air Force, in the military in general, it's kind of like a hurry up and wait thing. Kind of similar to the hospital, actually. But yeah, so we would go different places, and you know, we might go to one class, and the class before it wouldn't be over yet, so we would have to sit down outside in our little formation, and we'd sit and read, and we would learn our, you know, stuff for our test. So it was like little 15-minute increments here and there, 5 minutes, whatever. And I realized that my brain actually absorbs things a lot better that way. Whenever I try to just sit down and read something, especially like when I went to a big university, and I wasn't really able to do it. Like at night they would send you home with 150 pages to read, and I couldn't do that. Like I'd fall asleep every time I tried to sit and read something, especially something that I wasn't interested in. But anyway, what's everyone doing for Thanksgiving? If anybody actually watches this, what are you cooking? What are you, you know, what's your plans for the COVID crap? It's got us all down and just half of us depressed, and it's just going on and on and on. It's like the freaking shit that never ends. And I mean, God, I'm so lucky. I'm so thankful that I haven't really suffered like a lot of people have with this. But it's still just, I mean, it just goes on and on and on, and it's like freaking Groundhog Day, you know? I mean, every day feels exactly the same. Every night when I lay down to go to sleep, I'm like, what the heck? I mean, are we already going to sleep again? And then when I get up, I'm like, what am I going to do today? Gosh, I don't know. This feels exactly the same as yesterday. There's not much to look forward to these days. I'm a planner. I use my calendar. And what the hell am I going to put in my calendar? There's nothing to plan. So, yeah, it just sucks. But anyway, so for Thanksgiving, we're just going to have myself, my husband, Doug, and our 4 boys. And I mean, we're totally okay with that. Because I definitely don't want to expose anybody else to, you know, higher risk. Like, I feel like myself, I'm probably the highest risk in my family, naturally, because I'm a nurse. But myself and my oldest son, sometimes he likes to go out and hang out with his friends. And I try to rein it in as much as I can, but God, he's freaking 18 years old. Like, really, what am I going to do? There's a man that just pulled up in front of me. It's so weird. So maybe I'll pretend like I'm talking to somebody in the back. Okay, good. He's gone. All right. So Doug and I, we're going to cook, which we both really love to cook. So that's always fun for us. We're going to make a fried turkey. And we're going to make like a corn casserole that I really enjoy, green bean casserole that he absolutely loves. But still fairly simple. Some dude just walked by and looked. Oh God, it's so weird. We're gonna make some like keto type dressing. Not that I'm entirely keto, but I have a really big problem with wheat lately. So I'm probably going to do that because I absolutely love dressing. And then some hash brown casserole. It's like a replica of Cracker Barrel, because we really like their hash brown casserole. And then like a couple of different pies, apple and pumpkin, and actually I got 3 pies. I got a chestnut, or not chestnut, but pecan. So we're gonna do that and just kind of hang around the house and see, just probably do our usual. So I'm gonna run in here real quick and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back in the car, back in the truck. That kind of sucked. I got soaked. Yuck. Good thing I wore my hair curly today, huh? Yeah, one benefit of having curly hair. I got back out there, that guy was still sitting in his car. I'm like, okay, that's weird, but I guess everybody's just doing their own thing. I just get paranoid about it sometimes. You know how when you're growing up, everybody always says, oh, somebody's gonna snatch you up, blah, blah, blah. Well, at this point, probably nobody would really want to snatch me up, but it's still a worry. It's still always better to be safe than sorry, so that's what we did. So I really like this little neighborhood grocery down here. It's a Walmart neighborhood grocery, and it's not big like the super centers, so you don't have to go through the whole rigmarole of the super center, I absolutely hate driving in the rain, because when I was 16 years old, I had 2 wrecks in the rain, and it has scarred me for life. So, trying to pull out in this big old rig and then just whip it right out here and speed up real quick is just almost impossible. So this evening I'm going to be taking the boys to their music lesson. They all take music lessons here in town at this studio, and it's like the coolest place ever. And so we're going to take them there, and that's always kind of fun for me, and honestly it just gets them out of the house, during this COVID mess. Like, they sit in the house freaking all the time, so it's going to get them out of the house, and we absolutely love our instructors. So actually tonight we just have one. We're going to have drum lessons. Normally my oldest takes guitar. He did take voice, but then when COVID started, you can't very well go and sing and just spew COVID all over the place. So he still takes guitar. We just go, we wear masks, whatever. And then my 15-year-old takes drums, and he's getting really good. He's been doing it for probably over a year now, and he's getting really good. My oldest, he taught himself how to play the guitar when he was, no joke, 11 years old. And I was pretty impressed with that. So since he was showing that kind of effort, I thought we need to do some private lessons. That way he actually gets to learn the proper way. And I didn't want him to learn anything messed up to begin with, and then it'd be harder later on down the road to change what he was doing. So and I don't think there was too much of that, but I definitely have heard his instructor tell him specifically about using his pinky. For some reason he doesn't want to use his pinky. I don't play the guitar. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but my dad was a musician, and I was around it a lot, and I do enjoy it. I like to have, especially my husband or my son, play my daddy's old round back Ovation. It just has this sound like no other guitar that I've ever heard, and it sounds like my dad. It just makes me happy. So anyway, so back to The 15-year-old plays the drums, the 13-year-old plays the bass, which is what my dad played. And so he really, he's really getting good. He was the last one to start, and his teachers just constantly remark about how good he is and how much of a natural talent he has. So that, you're always proud of your kids. And this is just, we don't do sports really. I mean, we play basketball, but it's half-heartedly. So this is what we do, and we like it. It's fun for us. So that'll be fun, and then we'll go to bed at a decent hour tonight so that we can get up tomorrow and start getting ready on Thanksgiving dinner. So, but yeah, back to my whole reasons for doing YouTube. Honestly, I absolutely hate to see myself on video or see pictures of myself. And I just cut myself down. And I don't want to do that. I want to be okay with how I look on camera. And I want to be comfortable with it. And I think that one way to get comfortable with it is exposure. Because when you don't do something a lot, when you don't do something a lot, you're not comfortable. So it's not natural. But then as you get to doing it more and more, I've watched different people's videos I'll go back and I'll change the date to where you can see when they first started their YouTube. And their first videos will be so awkward and just horrible video quality and all that. And you know what? That's okay. That's what's expected of someone who doesn't do something. That's what's expected of a novice at something. We always expect perfection, and I am the worst. If I can't do it perfect, or if I can't do it enough, it's good enough. Everything doesn't have to be perfect. Your house doesn't have to be perfect. Your kids are not going to be perfect. Nothing is going to be perfect in life. And if we expect that, we're going to be sadly disappointed 99% of the time. Things aren't perfect. People get sick. People have problems. Some people have mental problems. Some people have, just all kinds of crises that come up in life. But we're worried about how perfect our videography is from an amateur YouTuber. No, nobody expects that. When I watch a video on YouTube, I'm there for the content. I'm there to see this real person. I want to see what this real person's really about. I'm not worried about what kind of camera angle they used, or what kind of, what were the specs on their camera. That's why I'm doing what my friend, not my friend, I don't know this person at all, what my YouTuber that I follow that, I was telling you about earlier, that has the 5 kids. I'm doing what she suggested in one of her videos, where she encouraged people to start their own YouTube channel. She said, just open your camera and start filming. Start talking. You'll go somewhere with it. You'll find something to talk about. People want to hear what you have to say. And if they don't, they can scroll up. I did have a previous video. I don't know if I'm going to make it reappear or not. I don't know if I'm going to take it off of private. So my previous video was when my poor little dog died. We had surgery on her. She was only a year old, and she passed away after the surgery, and it was really heartbreaking. So I made a video, in my truck about that. And I don't know, I might make that one visible again just to have more videos or whatever, but I don't know, because I got kind of teary in it, and it was a little embarrassing looking back. But it's also comforting. It's also comforting to be able to look back and say, that's what that felt like. I know I was sad, but those are the thoughts that were going through my mind on that day. And the more that days seem to run together, look just alike, make us depressed, the more we need that. The more we need to be able to look at ourselves and look at our progress. You know, I've been, one thing I've been doing during the whole COVID thing is I've been trying to, like, I have control over nothing, literally nothing. That's what it feels like. But what I'm trying to do is just have control over one thing, and that's the food that goes in my mouth. Do I love it? No. Do I want to eat cookies? Yeah, all the time. But I try to resist, because the one thing I can control during all of this is myself and my behavior. What I eat is part of that. You know, I look back on my phone, I make a little notes app, and I just put the date and my weight. You know, I'm not obsessed about it, but I would like to be thinner, of course. Healthier. I really want to be healthier. You know, I've been married for quite a while, like 19 years, and so I'm not super hung up on looking perfect or anything anymore, but I just want to be healthy. So in my little app, it has all my weights, and I started it back in February. This wasn't anything I just planned. It was just like, oh, I just opened the notes app and started documenting my weights. So I documented really good for a while, and then I would skip weeks and months and whatever. So this last time I've skipped months, and I think the last time I documented it was back in July, and it's now November. But I have lost, since February 20th, I've actually lost 14 pounds, and I didn't even realize it. So that's really good. But that just shows me that my hard work is paying off. You know, one thing about life that's really difficult is you don't see big changes overnight. You know, people don't just become skinny overnight. They don't become rich overnight. They don't become successful overnight. So the big changes, you really need like a time machine to go back and say, oh, that's what I look like. Just looking at yourself and being able to really capture what was on your mind at that point, and what you were going through, and you know, what you thought about that. We tend to forget, especially as we get older. I mean, my memory is not what it used to be. So anyway, I better get these groceries in the house. Thank you very much for listening. I'm sorry I don't know where to look. I'm looking here, I'm looking there. I don't know where to look. But anyway, hopefully there will be lots more videos to come. And I'm going to sign off now. Bye.